Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady. Can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 10 over. Let's get this. Spike.
Off play action. Stewart. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stewart, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here in this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And the Titans first down.
Ready. 10-2 stop. 6-6. Pull it past.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, nothing but room to run.
On second down, a run with Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On the set.
56 is the mic.
Stay with your man. Recon, 132 fighter.
56, Mike, 56.
Smooth.
I got you. 56, the mic, boy, 56. Check 56.
Here's Stewart throwing on first down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Stewart. And he's going to go down again. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Stewart. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Finding room to the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
Ready?
Watch it, 65, 65, 65. Hey, check 24.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Matt Breida, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it?
45.
Hey, stand off.
That's a run. Hey, they're running it.
Ready?
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Set, ready, 8, read.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Coaching, spell, go, go. Come.
To throw is Manning. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Two-jet bomber, two-jet bomber.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Speed trip,
Penny, the first down carry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A terrific run there by Penny. 45 yards on the ground. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Ready up.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Double, No. Off.
80 weapon.
They'll run with Penny. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Check.
He's coming. We got double up. Hard. Get it.
Penny will try to punch it in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just within the palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Ready? General West.
Stewart now on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
30 base.
Rip left, rip left.
Snap.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, Delta.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. Get your swarm on.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Ready?
Stewart to throw on second down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Back to throw. Stewart nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From midfield, here's Manning. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
To throw, it's Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
55-66, pull it high. Get it.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd and 11 now. Manning. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Titan football. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the screen. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Alpha. Ready.
Now Stewart to throw again. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Come on, set. Stick the outlaw.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now Manning. And This turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
50, plant.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Breida. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs? That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
X3, 218, chop.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Past the 20. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
He's checking. Crash.
Let's go. Right. Let's go.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter if we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Would they lose 3 on that one?
And from the 1 back to the 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Ready? 10-2 start.
Come on. 34's a Mike. 34's a Mike. He's cutting. Check in.
To throw is Stewart from the gun on third down. And it's complete. Hooper. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's Stewart looking to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, a run from Breida. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Check 37. Check 37.
Now.
Wait. 45.
Yep.
Mike, 45. I'm trying to collect.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Kill.
Hey, exit. Shoot.
Here's Manning to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Recon, 132 fighter.
2nd and 9 now. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Second and 7 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. His throw incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Stewart. Caught by Jones. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. The open man is Westbrook. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hey, Wahoo!
Stewart now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Stewart on 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
34's a Mike, 34's a Mike. He's coming. Check in, check in. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34.
Silver. Coaching spell.
Switch. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Hey, Zoo. Let's go.
He's back to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Break.
Check Mike 34. Mike 34.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Back to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, Orbit. Ready?
They'll look to throw. complete to Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. I guess he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Come on,
the Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Get ready.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Set. 70. Indy.
Right.
Let go.
They're running the jet sweep with Jones.
It's easy work. It's coming again.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Coming this way. Here we go.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
There we go. Get it.
They run for it with Breida. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Hey, back up.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Titans, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6.